Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Week 8 bye-week special is here. Lots of stuff to go over, so I guess we'll just get right into it. I've never done one of these before, but essentially what it is, like I explained last week, we're just going to go over everything. I'll show you who leads the league in yardage and touchdowns and interceptions, the standings, where we are with our individuals, player stats, the whole league, everything. And we're going to go over everything. Depth chart, what I want moving forward. We're just going to go through it all. So, I've done my college scouting. I'm really just focusing on the areas that were weak, like fullback. Not fullback. The left guard position, the left end, the defensive tackle, left outside linebacker, strong safety, etc., etc., etc. What I'm trying to do is dig down deep and get these players that are ranked, in the hundreds, and find some diamonds in the rough, if you will. So I've been doing that each and every week. I haven't been showing it to you guys just because it's a little bit boring. For instance, like this, this guy's supposed to be projected at the 4th round. He's a 3rd round talent once you scout him. So the little things like that, I'm not going to go deep into that. That's not very interesting. Let's look at the stats, though. Let's see how our team fares. Who's leading the league in individual categories. So let's go to the NFL. So leading the league in yards, Ben Roethlisberger. Look at him, 2,079 yards. The touchdown leader in the NFL is Roethlisberger, 19 and 10. Alex Smith, 17 and 8. Tom Brady, 16 and 4. And look at me, after that 5 touchdown performance, we're at 16 and 9. So these are respectable numbers. I usually, especially when playing all Madden, I usually tend to throw a lot of interceptions. But these are respectable numbers. We're 8 weeks in. I've thrown 9 interceptions. It's all right. It's not terrible. Carson Wentz, 14 and 10. Jameis Winston, 14 and 3. Real good numbers. Very good numbers. Let's take a look at the completion percentage. Who's leading the league in that? Obviously, these don't count. Brian Hoyer's got some playing time, apparently. Matt Ryan at 72%. Holy, look at that. Teddy Bridgewater, 68. Brady, 68. Breeze, 68. Russell Wilson, 67. Where do we rank? I don't think... What's Garoppolo at? 62. I don't think we're going to rank very high. 59. Yeah. Not great. Let's take a look at the rushing yard leader. LeGarrette Blount. First-year Eagle, leads the league in rushes and rushing yards by a wide margin, too. Almost 100 yards. Todd Gurley. Lynch, coming off that retired season. 3rd in the league. Damian Williams. I don't even know who that is. Carlos Hyde. Fournette. Elliott. There's a big log jam here. Right around the same area. Mariota, 519. He's like... So Mariota is at 519 and he's in, 10th place maybe. And 3rd place is 596. He's not far off. Let's take a look at the rushing touchdowns. Blunt, Lynch, Tevin Coleman, Elliott. A lot of guys at 7 here. Leonard Fournette's up there. Thomas Rawls is up there. Latavius Murray. Receiving yards. We're not going to have anybody in this category. Our whole team is way at the bottom. Keenan Allen, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, Kelvin Benjamin. No Julio Jones up here. Where's Julio? Josh Gordon. Look at him. First season back. This is interesting. Oh, wow. Julio Jones is way down the list. Touchdowns. Tavares King leading the NFL in touchdowns. Who is Tavares King? Josh Gordon was 6. Juju Smith-Schuster was 6. Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill, Deion Sims. Look at Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith is weird. Torrey Smith, it feels like he's been in the NFL for about 10 years. At least for me, because back in like 2010, 2009, 2011 area, He was like a pain, and I'm a big New England Patriots fan, as you can tell by the name of the channel. He was a huge thorn in our side, and to see that he's only been in the league this is only his 7th season, it seems like he's a little bit younger than that. But he's kind of fallen off, you know. So it's interesting to see him with 5 touchdowns. All right, defense. Let's see who's leading the league in tackles. Wesley Woodyard. We got our guy leading the league in solo tackles. Combined, he's tied. Sweet. See, these are going to be a bunch of guys. C.J. Mosley. I know C.J. Mosley. Carlos Dansby. Let's take a look at the interceptions and sacks. Who's leading the league in? Oh my goodness. 14.5 sacks halfway through the season? Calais Campbell with 12? He's on pace for 29. Shatter the record. That's incredible. Myles Garrett, he sacked me. Robert Ayers, Everson Green. TJ Watt, a young TJ Watt. James Harrison, the old man, can still get it done. 5.5 sacks halfway through the season. Pernell McPhee. Trey Flowers. Shout out Trey Flowers. Suggs still getting it done. 4 sacks. Arakpo with 4 sacks. It feels like Arakpo has been in the league longer than 8 years. Let's take a look at the interceptions leaders. Damn, Jason McCourty. 5 picks. Patrick Robertson. Boye. Peterson. No love for the Indian, or for the Logan Ryan. Yeah, he had that stretch of games where he had 3 interceptions in 2 games. And then he's done nothing since then in terms of interceptions. Ryan Shazier's got 2 picks. Derek Johnson with 2 picks. That dude's been around forever. Let's show you guys the leaders in yards per game. Total yards, the Chiefs, Jaguars, Eagles, and Bucks. Where are we? We're down here with passing yards per game. Not us. Rush yards. Or sorry, total passing yards. Total rushing yards. Look at us up there. Between Henry, Murray, and Mariota, we're second in the league in rushing. I'd like to see that. Points per game. I'm interested to see what we're at for points per game. Look at the Falcons, 35.5, 6-0. Eagles are 6-1. Steelers, look at these teams over 30 points a game. That's crazy. Where are we? What are the Patriots at? 25 points a game, 4-3. Oh, I passed them. Where are they? Titans. Where are the Titans? Have I missed? This is the NFL. Where are the Titans? You guys are yelling at the screen thinking I'm an idiot. Where are the Tennessee Titans? There we go. Wow, we're at Huh. See, I overlooked us because I thought we'd be way lower. 29 points a game. That's interesting. I'm curious to know defensively what we're averaging, because it's got to be more than that. Passing touchdowns. Well, we looked at that already. Rushing touchdowns. What are we at? 10 rushing touchdowns. Now let's see what we're at defensively. I think we've given up like the 4th most yards. Total yards allowed. Oh, we've actually improved quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but we're still bottom third of the league. Oh, it doesn't say points per game. That's too bad. So we've given up the 4th most points in the league. Okay, so what are we? We're 4. Let me do some quick math on my calendar here. On my calendar. Let me do some math on my calendar. Let me do some math on my calculator. So 211 divided by 7. So we're giving up 30 points a game. So we're scoring 29 points a game and giving up 30 points a game. We got 10 sacks. That's got to be on the low side. Although, okay, so here's the thing we have to keep in mind. It really shows how bad our defense is and how many points we give up because we're only playing 8-minute quarters. The rest of the league is being simmed at 15-minute quarters. But in terms of sacks, like we have 10 sacks. We're at a severe disadvantage because we're playing, almost half the game. The Vikings have 35 sacks. We have 10. That just goes to show you as well how terrible the Colts, the Jets, the Lions, and all them are. Fumbles. We have recovered the most fumbles in the NFL. Very interesting. Interceptions, we're not even close. We were at the bottom. We got 5 interceptions. That's not going to get it done. That's just not going to get it done. Take a look at some of the weekly awards. Week 1, we had Henry as the Offensive Player of the Week. We had Logan Ryan, I was looking at Fournette there. We had Logan Ryan with 2 interceptions as the AFC Defensive Player of the Week in Week 2. And I think that's it for our team for awards. I could be wrong. Now, Mariota, I was just going to say, Mariota probably got it last week, and he did. 25 for 35. 336, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, 80 rush yards, 1 rushing TD. Just a clinic, an absolute clinic. Now let's take a look at some of the standings. So I'll show you the division standings first. AFC South. Jaguars, Texans, Titans, Colts, 5-2, 4-2, and 3-4. So we're still very much in this. Like we're halfway through the season, and we were only 2 games behind. This is still, we are still okay, in terms of where we sit. And we're playing better. Like, we've got a few wins in a row now. We got Derrick Henry back, and I'm not sure what's going on. It's weird. We haven't won. The whole time Derrick Henry was out, we were losing. He comes back. We win 2. We win the first game with him, so it's interesting to see that correlation. I don't think it has anything to do with it, honestly. He hasn't done a whole lot since coming back. But yeah, that's one thing I do want to do as well is I want to draft offensive linemen because I feel like you need really good offensive linemen to play on all Madden. So the AFC North, the Steelers are leading. They have a massive advantage. Nobody's even close. AFC South, obviously, we just showed you. AFC East, the Dolphins and the Patriots are tied. AFC West, the Chiefs at 5-2, and everybody else has a losing record. NFC North, the Vikings with look at that. Packers 2-5. Vikings, Bears, Lions, Packers. That's a little surprising. Falcons 6-0, Saints 5-1, Bucks and Panthers. That's a strong division. NFC East, the Eagles, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Redskins. I'd be curious to see who comes out of that. Looks like the Eagles have the early lead, but anything can happen in that division. And the NFC West, the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and Cardinals. 49ers playing well. Not a lot of points given up in that division. That'll be another close race. Now let's take a look at the AFC as a whole. Currently, 5, 6, 7, 8. Currently, we are in a playoff spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're currently in a playoff spot. We have a wild card position here at 3-4, 4-3. So there's hope. There's still hope for us. The wild card is completely up for grabs at this point. Colts 0-7. Look at that. The NFC, yeah, it's real competitive at the NFC. Look at that. What are the Giants? Are the Giants 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, the final playoff spot is 4-3, and it's a log jam at the top. It'll be interesting to see who comes out, to see what the playoffs are like. Let's take a look at our team here and our team stats. I'll just give you a quick rundown. We've already looked at everything. For Mariota, having a decent season, nothing crazy. Rushing, though, like I said, Mariota has a lot of rushing yards. He's averaging 74 yards a game. 48 carries. Henry was 68, 345, 5.1 yards per carry, and 4 rushing touchdowns. Murray, he played pretty well while he was gone, while Henry was gone. He only averaged 36 yards a game, 3.7 yards per carry. It could have been worse, though. I mean, he struggled to break off big runs, and our run game hasn't been terribly strong. But in 3 games, Derrick Henry has 100 more yards than he does. In Murray's played 7, right? So, well, I guess Murray started 4 games. Our fullback, David Fullen, no longer on our team. He has 3 carries for 3 yards. Let's take a look at our receiving core. Our receiving, I looked at this the other day. It's interesting. We have a lot of guys who have very similar stats. You know, I'm just distributing the ball quite evenly. DeMarco Murray out of the backfield has the most catches at 29. Delaney Walker, Decker, and Matthews, and Taylor. Our leading receiver has what? 327? 342. Not crazy, but we've got 3 guys at 300. 2 guys in the 200s, and our backup tight end has 149 yards. Our touchdowns. Tywan Taylor and Eric Decker are atop with 4. Delaney Walker at 2, along with the backup tight end Smith. Matthews and Wilson have 1. The long came, was it last week or the week before? Tywan Taylor had that big 95-yard play. Look at it, the long for the tight end, the backup tight end at 75. So it's been a decent, nobody's having a crazy year, but everyone's getting the ball their fair amount. Interceptions. Logan, we only have 5 interceptions. Logan Ryan, LaShawn Sims, and Kevin Bard. That's not great. What do we got for sacks? Is Arakpo our leader? He is. Not a ton of sacks. Arakpo, Casey, and Dodd. We only have Arakpo, Casey, Dodd, and Williams are the only guys with a full sack. Not a ton of sacks to speak of. Not a ton of interceptions to speak of. We have a defensive touchdown. We do not. But, hey, look at this. Look at it this way. We're 3-4. We're on a 2-game win streak. We got the Ravens. We got the Bengals coming up. We can make some moves here. We get the Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Colts, Texans. You know, we're facing a lot of playoff teams. That's a good thing. It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see because our wins. We have a few teams that would mean a little more to beat. You know, we need to beat the Jaguars. That's a big game. That could be a big game. Texans. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out. Like I said, our season goal to start the year was to just make the playoffs, and I think we have a reasonable shot. Like I said earlier, a couple of weeks ago, I said if I was going to, if I had seen that maybe our team wasn't doing so hot and I didn't think we had a chance to make the playoffs, like maybe we were 1-6 or something like that, I probably would have put Decker on the trade block. But we have a real shot to make the playoffs, so I'm going to keep Eric Decker. I'm not going to keep him, though, going forward. He's too much money. I want more speed on the outside. We'll have to look in free agency and see what we can get, but our left guard position is a weakness. Our strong safety position is a weakness. Our left outside linebacker is a weakness. Tackles, left end. We got a lot of work to do in the offseason to shore up these holes. But it'll be fun. Like, I've never put this much effort into scouting. I've never put this much effort into developing a team. I'm really, really, really curious to see how we do and how the team is moving forward, because there's a lot of things that I'm trying to do. I don't know what I want to do in terms of the trade deadline, which is next week. I want to stack up with draft picks, but I don't know who I want to get rid of, if anybody, because I'm trying to make a playoff run, but at the same time, I'm trying to have a lot of draft picks for the following year. I don't want to trade Murray anymore. I don't want to get rid of Decker. We need these guys going forward because, somebody goes down with an injury. Henry goes down with an injury again. I want to be able to have a running back like DeMarco Murray at my disposal. It's a video game. It's not real life. We went off to keep people happy, so touches don't mean anything. But yeah, look at this. Our third string running back is 65 overall. So if I was to get rid of Henry, I'd have to pick up somebody who's like 75 off free agents, and that's just not something that I want to do. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. This has been the bye week special, week 8. I'll see you in week 9 when we take on the Ravens. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button, and we'll see you in week 9.